Therefore, calcium from the bones is mobilized into the bloodstream. You might think it's just wasted and excreted, but that's not the case. This process is actually crucial. Today, we're going to talk about how diets can impact kidney stone formation. There's a common belief that ketogenic diets can cause kidney stones. Let's take a closer look at whether this is true, especially for people who have had kidney stones or are worried about developing them. Stick with me until the end, as this will be quite useful. There are three main types of kidney stones: calcium-based stones. These are the most common, accounting for about 80 to 85% of all kidney stones. They include calcium oxalate stones and other types of calcium-related stones. Uric acid stones, less common. These stones are more frequently seen in men, making up about 7 to 10% of kidney stones. Struvite stones. These are more common in women and are caused by recurrent urinary tract infections or kidney infections. Struvite stones are formed by a combination of magnesium, ammonium, and phosphate. Just like how urinary tract infections can make the urine more alkaline, struvite stones form in such an environment. To prevent this, it's important to dilute your urine by consuming acidic foods. Good examples of acidic foods include meat, fish, eggs, bacon, cereals, and cheese. Ketogenic diets, which are high in protein or fat, have been linked to the formation of struvite stones. This is an important consideration if you're following such a diet, as it can potentially increase the risk of kidney stone formation. On the contrary, a ketogenic diet actually helps prevent kidney stones. This type of diet is low in carbs and high in fats. Kidney stones are often not noticed unless they are larger than 1 millimeter. When they exceed this size, you may start to feel discomfort. If they grow to be more than 4 millimeters, it becomes an emergency situation. Therefore, if you feel something is wrong, it's important to take precautions and address the issue early before it becomes severe. These days, many people tend to view meat as a devil's food. However, a diet that is rich in meat and fats actually lowers the risk of kidney stones. On the other hand, a diet that includes a lot of processed carbohydrates, hydrogenated oils, and trans fats should be avoided. Sugar and fructose, in particular, are more significant contributors to kidney stones. The most common cause of kidney stones is inflammation. When there is too much inflammation in the blood, it can damage the membranes of the kidneys and cause inflammation. Small foreign particles, such as calcium, uric acid, and struvite, may detach from other areas of the body and attach to the damaged kidney membranes. Over time, these particles grow and eventually form stones. While there are no specific foods that can directly prevent kidney stones, eating foods that help reduce inflammation in the body can certainly assist in preventing their formation. By controlling inflammation, we help protect the kidneys from damage, thus minimizing the risk of stone formation. Keeping a balanced diet, avoiding processed sugars, and incorporating more anti-inflammatory foods like certain fruits, vegetables, and healthy fats can go a long way in maintaining kidney health and preventing kidney stones from developing. Why do we consume so many carbohydrates? Things like snacks, bread, noodles made from flour, and fruit juices. Do we drink fruit juice? You should just stick to eating whole fruits. Why? Because fruit is naturally sweet. But when you make juice out of fruit, it becomes much sweeter and more delicious because it's just the sweet liquid extracted. Yesterday, while I was shopping at home, I saw an interesting product: fruit and vegetable juices being sold. This is one of the most ridiculous health-related products out there. The idea is to blend fruits and vegetables together and just consume the juice. These juices are marketed as containing all sorts of nutrients. But is that really true? Juices do indeed contain vitamins and minerals, but that's all they provide. The problem is, when we talk about fruits and vegetables, we often forget something crucial: fiber. Fiber doesn't provide any nutrients in the traditional sense, and humans cannot digest fiber. What happens is that fiber doesn't fully digest in the body, and it gets expelled in the waste. So, does that mean fiber is useless? Absolutely not. This is actually very important. This fiber is what we call prebiotics. Prebiotics serve as food for probiotics, the beneficial bacteria that live in our gut. By consuming fiber, we essentially feed the good bacteria that help in the digestion and absorption of nutrients. Additionally, fiber plays an important role in removing waste from our bodies. Fiber also has another significant function: it interferes with the absorption of sugar. This means it helps prevent the sugar in the food we eat from being absorbed into the bloodstream, which can have a positive impact on controlling blood sugar levels and preventing rapid spikes in glucose. This is why it's crucial to consume whole fruits and vegetables with fiber rather than just the juice, which lacks this vital component. Fiber doesn't get absorbed quickly, which is why it helps prevent diabetes. It also promotes bowel movements, aiding digestion and improving gut function. When you have diarrhea, fiber absorbs moisture and helps solidify the stool. On the other hand, when you're constipated, fiber prevents your stool from becoming too hard because it helps with water absorption. Fiber, even though it doesn't provide nutrients, is still highly effective. It also benefits the stomach by absorbing stomach acid, helping with digestion, and preventing heartburn. That's the key. Don't buy juicers that remove fiber. If you want to consume fruits and vegetables easily, it's better to buy a blender. Now, let's go back to carbohydrates. Some people claim that obesity is one of the main causes of kidney stones. However, obesity itself doesn't directly cause kidney stones. The issue lies with the foods that contribute to obesity. In fact, eating a lot of meat does not necessarily make you obese. It's when you eat a lot of carbohydrates along with meat that leads to weight gain. To prevent kidney stones, the first step is to reduce carbohydrate intake. Next, magnesium and potassium deficiencies are major contributors to kidney stones. Magnesium prevents calcium from clumping together and forming stones. Taking it with vitamin B6 makes it even more effective. Potassium helps prevent calcium from crystallizing into stones. I usually take a lot of potassium citrate, but while potassium itself can put strain on the kidneys, it's helpful if you're at risk of kidney stones. The worst foods for kidney stones are fructose and high fructose corn syrup. These are commonly found in sodas and fruit juices sold in stores. If you're at risk of kidney stones, avoid these. Let's talk again about calcium. The main reason people take calcium is to prevent osteoporosis. These days, when talking to patients, it seems that osteoporosis is the only issue they have, and that is largely due to a decrease in the physical activity of modern individuals. The level of physical activity has significantly decreased. Calcium circulates in the blood, so when it becomes necessary, calcium from the bones dissolves and enters the bloodstream. Why does calcium dissolve from the bones and enter the bloodstream? It happens because the blood becomes polluted. When chronic inflammation in our body increases, the blood becomes acidic. When blood is acidic, it's easier for inflammation to develop in the blood vessels. Therefore, alkaline substances are needed to neutralize the acidic blood. That's why calcium from the bones is mobilized into the blood to help neutralize it. The blood becomes polluted, and calcium simply moves from the bones into the bloodstream to neutralize it. This process contributes to osteoporosis. At this point, it would be beneficial to consume calcium, right? Taking calcium is good because it helps neutralize the blood. Even without calcium moving from the bones, it's still beneficial because it helps the bones as well. But that's not the whole story. This isn't always a good outcome. Generally, there's too much calcium in the blood. So, a calcium excess occurs. What happens when there's too much calcium in the blood? It can combine and form stones. It can travel to the gallbladder and form gallstones, go to the urinary tract and form kidney stones, and at the same time, it can lead to arteriosclerosis and accumulate in muscles, causing inflammation. The same thing happens in the kidneys. Excessive calcium accumulates, leading to kidney stones. The best way to prevent kidney stones is to drink plenty of water. People often think soft drinks have no nutritional value because they contain nothing. So, they try to add something to their water continuously. That's fine, but to protect the kidneys and prevent stone formation, the best way is to only drink purified water. Clear blood is less likely to form stones. Additionally, stress should be reduced. Stress causes inflammation and makes the blood acidic. As a result, not only the kidneys but also other parts of the body can develop issues. Our bodies create stones everywhere. You need to work hard. Exercise is the most fundamental way to cleanse the blood. When you burn off stress hormones through exercise, you prevent inflammation and strengthen your immune system, which means kidney stones won't form. Thank you. Please subscribe, like, and share the video with many people. I'll be back with more great content.